So just because you haven't heard any news about what's going on with Ryan's trilogy doesn't mean it's not happening. The current word on the street is that Dave and Dan's trilogy and Ryan Johnson's trilogy are going to be related. It's essentially going to be 6 movies that are telling one big story, right? Now, Ryan Johnson said his trilogy is not going to have anything to do with the Skywalker saga. It's going to be in a new part of space that's never been explored, nothing. And I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Ryan Johnson's an idiot, this and that, because I saw somebody say that in the comments. Ryan Johnson might know more about Star Wars than you do, than I do, than any of them, except for maybe Alex and Molly, because Alex knows everything about Star Wars, apparently. When it comes to Star Wars trivia, I mean, he put that power that Luke Skywalker had, and I have the Jedi Padawan handbook or whatever, and I didn't even recognize. I was like, whoa, I told you guys that's a exomatosis from this Christian mystic that I've read up a lot about. I got a bunch. I think I've got pretty much probably almost every book that's been written about him. And his daughter used to write me, and she'd invited me to come out to Cyprus and study and train with them in their meditation. So I know his material pretty well. So when I saw what Luke did, I was like, oh, that's like what Daskalos was teaching in these books that I've been reading on and off over the years. But I was like, wow, that's cool. They put that in Star Wars, but I didn't know, oh, that's already in a Star Wars resource guide. Wow, man, that was a deep cut, man. Ryan is a big Star Wars fan. Just because you might not have liked the movie that he put out, that doesn't, like I said, don't fall for the no true Scotsman fallacy. That does not make him any less of a Star Wars fan. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because you don't like what somebody does doesn't make them not a fan. It just means that they have different interests in you, right? Just like the guy that came in my living room called Luke Skywalker pussy, right? It doesn't make him any less of a fan, because then we started talking about Thor, and he geeked out on Thor, and I kind of wonder if that says something about the fact that he didn't like any women characters, and then Thor is like he almost jizzed on the floor talking about Thor. And I mean, I'm not, maybe that's somebody listening. I'm not saying that says anything about him like, oh man, he must be some kind of white supremacist or something. He likes the blonde haired, blue eyed guy and the hammer and doesn't like Captain Marvel. And I'm just saying, like, maybe when we talk about seeing the best version of yourself, maybe at some point in time he saw Luke Skywalker and was like, that used to be who I aspired to be, the best version of me. But this Luke Skywalker and what I view as the best version of myself, those don't line up. But Thor lines up with the best version of me, of who I aspire to be. And that, I love Thor. Thor is my favorite. Even the dude Thor, the dude, right? Cut Thanos' head off, right? Cut his arm off. and then cut his head off, right? Or the dude Thor, he's messing with me again, right? What was that the Korg said? And Thor takes the phone. Hello, this is Thor, god of thunder, son of Odin. Noob Master 69, if you don't leave my friend alone, I will come to your house, I will rip off your arms, and I will shove them up your butt. That's why y'all should be on my City of Heroes streams. I said that so many times on there. Noob Master 69, if you don't leave my friend alone, I will rip off your arms and I will shove them up your butt. I love Thor, man, but I made a program about Thor, the Hammer of Thor, and then once I saw Endgame, I told the guys, I was like, yeah, maybe I ought to. They were like, Prince, I think Thor needs to get on your program. I think Thor needs to get some kettlebells and do this program. But I'm just saying, like, when we look at this stuff, people look at it and they see it through their lenses. Their lenses are not your lenses. They got it from what did I say? From a certain point of view, they are right? It's a dude who makes videos about Star Wars and that, and went to 100,000 subscribers in a year. Some of y'all might watch him and watch me too. You know, I guess you like polar opposites. I don't know. And I like the stuff he says. I don't even want to have a conversation with him. But I don't say he's not a real fan. I joke and say there's Star Wars fans out there who hate Star Wars. I understand his business model. He says he's a media company, right? And he's the Fox News version. He's reporting the Fox News version of media. Let's get everybody outraged and create controversies, because controversy gets clicks. That is smart. What I do, I'm not really trying to create any controversies. I'm just trying to explain things the way I see them, right? And that's not really going to be all that popular. Now, who knows? Hey, in Tai Chi, we talk about the soft overcoming hard. And I'm really trying to focus on this Tai Chi way of living my life, really. But even with my business, my training business, that Lauren, that's where I said, like, you know, the kind of the women's program. It's not necessarily a women's program. It's just not macho. It's not talking about becoming the strongest version of yourself from a macho way of thinking. Like, get in there, against all odds, no pain, no gain, lift these heavy weights and tear your body down. You know, you got to do it this way and work out till you puke and pass out. I'm not really about that, right? And that's one reason I'm kind of backing away from the kettlebell training, because some days I'm like, I don't feel like lifting these kettlebells and, you know, tearing my body up. Maybe I just want to go and do like some kind of yoga type thing. And that's what I got today. I just want to move, right? I just want to flow, right? Like the force flows. And that's essentially where my training is going now, the training programs. And I found the people who like that the most are women. So, hey, man, if you're a dude out there, I'm going to tell y'all later on how to hit me up if you're interested in the coaching stuff, right? Not any cookie cutter programs. Everybody will have individual stuff, right? But that's I'll talk more about that once I wrap up.